Any questions about triple integrals? If you don't have any questions, so let's go to Lie integrals. So we are very close to the end of the course. So today we consider Lie integrals. Next week we have surface integrals. And we have a very little extra thing with the series. Series is very short. Maybe we can spend maybe 45 minutes on that. And that's all. Now let me see. All right, so today let me go to any questions about anything? So let's consider Lie integrals. When you hear Lie integrals, it does not mean that we integrate something over a line. We would say that we integrate something over a curve. So it's a little bit confusing right here. This thing, when we integrate a function or a vector function over a curve, not necessarily a line. Of course, a line is a curve, but right here, it's not only lines. It may be any general curve. But anyway, so you can see we go to hourglass CC06. In the end, you can see we have a new assignment. We have only 5 questions. They are very basic and typical questions, so we don't need difficult questions in our course. In the final exam, you will see very similar questions. We don't see difficult questions. And right here, I also give you a note. So in here, I try to put the key things we need in this chapter. So we only need to follow this. All right, so maybe I try to go from the beginning. What's the Lie integral? So, you know, as I said, when we integrate a function, or it can be also a vector field, or you can say a vector function, the same thing. What's a function and what's a vector function, or we can say a vector field. A function is when you have a number as the output. A vector field is when you have a vector as the output. So that's the difference we have at the moment. We don't need to worry about this because we will see them when we consider further. But the main thing right here I would emphasize is we integrate over a curve. So so far we have been considering double integrals and triple integrals. So for a double integral, we integrate a function over a domain in 2 dimensions. So that's double integrals. And for triple integrals, we integrate a function over a domain in 3 dimensions. And now for Lie integrals, we integrate a function or a vector field over a curve. A curve right here can be in 2 dimensions. Right here in this picture, you can see we have a curve in 2 dimensions. We also consider the case when we have a curve in 3 dimensions. So you can see this is a picture of a curve in 3 dimensions. All right, so this is basically a very quick definition we have for a Lie integral. So we integrate a function or a vector function over a curve, and a curve can be in 2 or 3 dimensions. Now let me focus first on what we have for the definition of a curve. So what's a curve? You may look at these pictures and you may get the idea we have for a curve. But if we just have a picture like this, all of this, they are not helpful because we cannot use them to compute something. In order to use curves, we need to give them an equation. So an equation is what we use in practice. If we have a curve, so let me focus on that first. How to represent a curve, or you can say how to make a curve a line. The answer is obviously we need to give an equation. We cannot just draw a curve. We need to give an equation for a curve. In mathematics, we may say the same as we need to give a curve a parametric equation. So that's the terminology we have in mathematics. So let me write it like this. So a parametric equation, because when you have a parametric equation, you can use it to do many things. For example, at least you can put that into MATLAB or Mathematica to see how the curves we have looks like, or we can use an equation to evaluate Lie integrals and do